Now let's talk a little bit about housekeeping when it comes to prototyping with Arduino. When you first build your prototype, you typically would have a breadboard, something like this, a little microcontroller, a whole bunch of wires, maybe some LEDs, sensors, power running to it. It might be connected to your Arduino. And it's a bit of a mess. It's really hard to see where these particular wires are connected to, but it works and it's fast. And I think that's really important. And that's why I love using these jumper wires. But the next step, although this might seem trivial, is actually quite important. How do you go from this jumbled mess to something like this? This is actually a fully realized Arduino board here. I can actually program the microcontroller through these pins right here. I've got a crystal, I've got pin 13 with an LED, power supply over here, power indicator, even the reset button's on here. And you notice it's a lot cleaner than this one over here. And how I do that is I typically keep my original and then I'll follow the schematic or I'll follow the breadboard. And here's a great example. This just happened, right? I just touched this and look what happened. If I'm real careful, that came out. That's exactly, and I didn't plan that, but that's exactly why I like to get to this format. Because look, if I have this one, nothing happens to it. I mean, it's much more robust, right? This one's already starting to fall apart and you can see a couple little kind of touches or nudges, or someone comes over and looks at it and this happens, and that's a nightmare. So I love to build these kind of breadboards. They look nice, they function nice, I don't have to worry about wires coming out. So I highly recommend you go from this to this. Now, how do you do that easily? Well, one thing you should have is a box of wire like this one right here. All the different colors, so color coding makes it really easy, positive and ground, and maybe signal. I always use yellow for signal. And I love these pliers. No, I don't get paid to endorse these, but these Exolite pliers are great. And I can cut a wire, grab it kind of gently, give it a little bit of a spin, and then pull on it. And there you go. I've got a stripped end, and I can easily plug this into a breadboard. Say I want it to here. I'll give it a little bend, and then I'll trim it, and I'll trim that little end a little bit. And bend that down, and then if I were connecting from here to, say, here, put it in, and I've got this great connection. Another thing that's handy to have are these. They're kind of more automatic wire strippers. There's several different kinds. I like this one because I actually use it for much heavier gauge wire, plus it works for smaller wire. And what's interesting about this one is you feed it in sideways, so you can see there's a little cutter right here, and this is where it grabs it and strips it, and as I grab it, it cuts and strips the end. You can also cut wire here, you can use some crimp connectors, but I can actually grab this blue wire right about where I want it, and I just pull the trigger, and I've got a nice little exposed end. Then I can cut it, do it again. Honestly, I use these sometimes, not that often. I typically just get a little more adept at using these Exolites for cutting and stripping the wires. Before you know it, you're going to have a breadboard that looks like this and not like this.